So let's jump right into it. First, I'm going to start off with these dessert shooter glasses from the Dollar Tree. They are in the wedding section. I'm going to cut off the bottom portion of the glasses because the bottom of the glasses have that really pretty crystal glass look. So to cut those off, what I'm going to do is use my hot knife, also known as a wood burner. Now, if you don't have this hot tool, you can also use a utility knife that has been heated up over a candle, or you can also use a handsaw, and either one will work just fine. You guys, if you are not subscribed to my channel, I humbly ask that you would please do so. Hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my uploads, because I have a lot of great content coming your way. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I love interacting with you guys. It really does make my day. So once I have the bottoms of these cut off, now I'm going to show you how to cut it in half, because you may need some pieces that are in half. So what I did first was I cut through one side, which is really thick. Then I flip this particular piece over and I cut through the other side that's really thick. Then I go straight down the middle. And again, I did use 8 to 10 packs of these dessert shooter cups, but it's totally worth it. You guys, in the comment section, let me know what colors you're going with for this upcoming holiday season, otherwise known as Christmas. I'm really interested to know. Now, for the next step, I'm going to take 2 of these 8x10 photo frames from the Dollar Tree. Now, you'll need 3 altogether, but we're starting off with 2. And what I'm going to do is remove the back tabs, and I'm removing all the innards except for the glass. And I am taking my time to make sure that I clean the glass, because we don't want any smudges or smears on our project. Once the glass is clean, I am going to go ahead and just place it in my frame, and I'm going to begin to lay down the design using those pieces that we just cut away from the dessert shooter cups. Now you see where those half pieces really come into play, because they will help fill in some of the spaces left over. Now, to attach these to my glass, I am just simply going to use my Gorilla Glue clear grip glue, and I'm going to do this through the entire length of this piece of glass. Being sure that I don't have any glue strings and I'm not using a ton of glue. So that's what it looks like when everything has been adhered to the first piece of glass. So now I'm taking the second piece of glass from my second frame, and I'm going to go ahead and clean that. You guys, please be sure that you are very careful when you are handling this glass from these picture frames. It is very sharp. It cuts very easily. So please be careful. If you need to use gloves, please use gloves to handle the glass. So for this particular piece of glass with this frame, what I'm going to do is go ahead and give it a permanent adhesion. And I am going to use my combination of Gorilla Glue and also hot glue. Now, once my glass is in the frame, on top of that, both of those adhesives, I'm going to take my hot glue and run a bead of it along the top, and this will just ensure that it's in place while the actual strong adhesive sets up. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in my string lights. I did purchase these from Dollar Tree, but I purchased them a while ago. I can't find this particular kind. But if you want to go on Amazon and find some, that's perfectly fine. I'm just going to go ahead and take these and I'm going to just simply glue them in various spots all around the inner perimeter of the picture frame. Now I've gone ahead and put the first piece on top just of the second piece to make sure that it fits nice and snug. Now to make sure that my cord fits, I'm going to use my hot tool just to carve out and make a niche in there so that the whole piece will lay nice and flush together. So once I have done that, I'm going to go ahead and put these together using both of those adhesives. Ah, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's coming along great. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to the third frame that we needed. So we're going to go ahead and take out the innards, and the piece that you see that I'm using here, the paper frame that is on the inside of it, I'm just going to go ahead and trim this in this beautiful silver glittery ribbon that I did purchase from the Dollar Tree in the Christmas section. You guys, when you see this stuff, go ahead and stock up on it. Trust me, I did. I'm just going to take this and go all the way around the entire paper frame. Once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and clean again my glass to be sure that it is really clean, because once this is all glued together, there's no going back. To adhere this one, I'm just using my hot glue and I'm running that bead of glue along the inner perimeter of the frame. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring in one of the framed mirrors from the Dollar Tree. And again, I'm going to clean it, because once everything's adhered, it is what it is. Now, I want to give you this tip. I found these, again, those caps that you put on your nails to soak off your gel and acrylic. Those were really good to pick up pieces of glass. So to replace my innards, I'm putting in again first my paper frame. Then I'm going to take my mirror and I'm going to put that right in the center. And to attach it, I am going to use the hot glue to run a bead along where the mirror meets the glass. And be careful and take your time doing this, because you don't want glue going everywhere. And I'm going over all four corners with just a bit of extra glue. Look how nice that looks. So now I'm just going to go ahead and replace the rest of the innards and the backing. Now that gap that you see between the mirror and the glass, don't worry about it, because we're going to take care of that later on. I have these square pieces of wood that I found from Walmart. They were 3 in a pack for $1.49, I believe. And I'm just going to take 2 of these and I'm going to glue them together using, again, that adhesive combination. Now, if you don't have this particular piece of wood, you could always use the frames that we find at Dollar Tree. Those will work perfectly fine. So once these 2 pieces are together, I'm just going to go ahead and give a couple of coats of my acrylic silver paint. I did go ahead and jump ahead of myself and I started decorating both pieces. And I did so by going ahead and just putting on some of my diamond wrap because I really like the look of that silver over the gold. It really brings out that champagne color. I'm taking these pieces, which are like hors d'oeuvre servers in the wedding section. I've actually cut off the fork end, and I am placing these right up against each other. One is at a taller height than the other, and I'm going to do that on each four corners, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is really going to give it, to me, a really nice, classy look. Plus, that silver will really shine when the light hits it. And in the corner where all four pieces meet, I'm just going to put a nice acrylic stone on top. Now all four corners are done. Again, I just had to test out the light. I'm going to go ahead and further decorate it using a brooch, and then also some of these pretty silver buttons that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I absolutely love them. They sparkle, they give a really nice shine. Again, you can always take this, make it your own, customize it to the decor in your house, the colors that you want to use, go for it. The sky is the limit. Now it is time to go ahead and decorate our bottom piece, which is going to be the foundation of this beautiful piece of table decor. I'm bringing in again that ribbon, that glittery ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to trim it with a single strand of the diamond wrap on each side, the top and the bottom, that is. And again, you can decorate this any kind of way that you would like to. You could even use the Mod Podge and glitter method if you would like. That would be really pretty. Now that that is done, it's time to go ahead and assemble our project. To add a little bit more lighting to this, what I want to do is go ahead and use a push light. I'm not going to glue it down. I'm just placing it there. I'm going to put the push light in the middle so that I can be sure that the distance between the two frames are not too close. Once I have my placement, I am going to lay down the foundation of, again, both of those adhesives. Once it is placed into the glue, the frame that is, once it's placed into the glue, I'm going to give it a chance to adhere, and then I'm just going to go ahead and take a bead of that hot glue and make it have a bit more of assurance and a bit more of a grip, that is. So you see again that gap that I was talking about earlier? That's why I told you don't worry about it, because I went ahead and I did put some more trim on top of the glass just to cover that up. So I'm going to follow the same procedure with the second frame. And to be sure that it's straight, I just put another straight edge against both sides. And once it's where it needs to be, I'm going to mark it, lay down my adhesive foundation, and then place the frame on top of it. And you guys, I just want to give you a tip. Anytime you're working with glass or mirrors and you like have some hot glue that gets on it and you can't get rid of it, acetone nail polish works. It will get it off. It even gets Mod Podge off of glass as well. So remember that acetone will really help you get adhesives off of glass. So I'm done with the finishing touches. So I want to show you the final project now. Here it is. Is this not gorgeous? The reason that I use the mirror behind the main frame is to make sure that the push light as well as the string lights would have something to reflect off of and to really put off some really nice light. You guys, this is just sparkling, this is shining, and you can see using the bottoms of those dessert shooter glasses, how the light captures them and how they capture the light. This thing is just absolutely gorgeous. It's sparkling, it's nice. You guys, this came out better than what I thought it would come out to be. Well, I hope you all thoroughly enjoyed today's project. I'm floored with it, kind of speechless. But again, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I look forward to meeting you, talking with you. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment. Make sure the notification bell is on so you don't miss any of my projects. And as always, my prayer for you is that you be blessed and be safe. Until next time, bye-bye.